Europe having lot and lot of exposures where we can't actually get from the other continents or other countries actually, first of all, because also Europe has one particular a system where we cannot get anywhere, which is called Erasmus system. I mean, when you are actually studying in one college, you can actually switch to multiple college in the semesters itself. European systems are actually based upon the practical orientations. So we're gonna have a lot of lectures only with the practical sessions, not with the theoretical part. I landed to TUO. I'm in VSB Technical University of Ostrava. There I spent approximately 2.5 years because my course structure was 2 years, and then the 6 months I actually spent for my thesis. And then I was actually parallelly working with Infosys as well. So I mean, when I was a student in TOO, then I was also working with Infosys as a full-time employee. That was actually the remarkable experience that I gained in Czech Republic. So I managed to do all my stuff on my own, like personal expenses, and then even the tuition fees I actually paid myself. So that was really a great part of my life. I strongly recommend, don't deviate yourself by doing actually all those kinds of things. We were not landed to the foreign countries just for actually cleaning the stuff. We are master's degree students, and we also have some sort of dignity. Don't waste any of the opportunities which arrives to you. There are lots and lots of opportunities available that you can apply the same knowledge in the different field. They promoted me to the other company now. So I'm a senior data consultant, and also doing actually a senior full stack sort of development. I'm handling a machine learning team now. So completely focused on cloud. Netherlands is quite easy and then quite flexible. Get some suggestions from all these people like ESE and make those opportunities happen to you guys. So definitely it's a great opportunity. Now it's a digital era. Everyone are going in a various directions, something like data sciences and everything. Now courses are booming a lot. IT organizations, everything is booming a lot. So don't worry, everywhere there is an opportunity. So get all those ideas, get all those things, and then make yourself adapt with all those technologies, and try to explore the other education system, not only the Indian system.
Hello everybody, welcome all of you. My name is Shivaraman, Director of Europe Study Center. In the continued series of our interviews with all our successful students, which we have sent in many years. Today we are going to interview our student Hari, who studied in Czech Republic and currently working in Netherlands. Hari, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for calling me.
Thank you. Welcome. We should only thank you. So kindly introduce yourself to our audience.
Sure, sir. So hello all. This is Hari Subramanian. I came from Chennai. So I have been in European country for the last 10 years. So yeah, quite close to 10 years. So my journey begins with European Study Center. So I did my bachelor's degree from Crescent Engineering College from Chennai. And then I worked for 2 years in Chennai as a software engineer in Sintel. So I think it's renamed to Atos now. Then I approached to ESE because I was having some fascinate to do my master's degree in abroad. So I decided to pursue my career with European Study Center. So thanks a lot actually for ESE for making this happen to me, and make my life in a different zone, the European exposure. So based upon all the formalities, then I landed to TUO. I'm in VSB Technical University of Ostrava. There I spent approximately 2.5 years because my course structure was 2 years, and then the 6 months I actually spent for my thesis. And then I was actually parallelly working with Infosys as well. So I mean, when I was a student in TOO, then I was also working with Infosys as a full-time employee. That was actually the remarkable experience that I gained in Czech Republic. So
Excellent.
I managed to do all my stuff on my own, like personal expenses, and then even the tuition fees I actually paid myself. So that was really a great part of my life. um Regarding the studies, it was actually quite practical oriented, because when we talk about the Indian system and then the European system, so European systems are actually based upon the practical orientations. So we're gonna have a lot of lectures, only with the practical sessions, not with the theoretical part. So
So
in the initial stages, it was like quite tricky to understand the concepts. But then when you get involved actually with all the core structures, you will
yes,
definitely love it, and
yeah.
then give your 100% actually. So because like when we landed in the TUO, we were around like 6 members, and then there were a lot of students coming from ESC, but the 6 students, we enjoyed a lot. Honestly speaking, we
Yeah, Hari, Hari, we are going to talk about all these things. So
sure, sir.
currently, you are in Netherlands, working in Netherlands, right?
Yes, sir. So
Which
yeah.
company and what designation?
Yeah, then after 10 years, last year I got an exposure from Netherlands, with a visa sponsorship,
Okay,
with a company name called Dynamic People,
okay,
and they actually sponsored me. Not only me, my family. Sorry to interrupt. I have my family
super.
and also having a 1-year-old kid.
Oh, congratulations, very, very happy, very happy.
Thank you,
Very
sir. Thank you.
super,
So,
super.
1-year-old kid now, and so everyone moved from Czech Republic to Netherlands.
1 year
Uh,
before.
yes, 1 year before,
So
and
we will go segment by segment. So first to start with, I know it's pretty long. You were after your bachelor's, you were working, you were
yeah,
employed. Why did you decide to do your masters? Because in India, right? People don't want to get into uncomfortable zone. They want more, 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 but they never want to get uncomfortable. Uncomfortable in a sense, start something new, learn new
exactly.
things. So, what made you to break this and plan to do your masters?
That's like a very broad question, sir. But we born in a society where everyone has some enthusiastic, like to do some master's degree, not only in the Indian community, but to go outside and to do the master's degree and get some exposure actually. So
Yes,
for me, it's something like I'm the first grad. I mean, the bachelor's grad from my family,
super.
and I want to grow even more. So I want to take a step, want to do some master's degree from abroad. So I want to make myself as a person,
Grow,
like go outside
grow
and
faster. Grow
yeah,
faster.
exactly,
Super.
exactly.
Because it's so easy to be one among the crowd.
Yes,
But
sir.
for you to break the normal boundaries and move forward, it requires little courage and confidence. So now coming
Exactly.
to the next question, you would have had a lot of country options.
Yeah.
Specifically, the reason to choose Europe.
Uh, why Europe? Europe having lot and lot of exposures where we can't actually get from the other continents or other countries actually, first of all, because also Europe has one particular a system where we cannot get anywhere, which is called Erasmus system. I mean, when you are actually studying in one college, you can actually switch to multiple college in the semesters itself. So that was like the best part which happened to me also. Even I actually got one of the opportunities in the second semester to go to Estonia.
Okay.
When I was actually doing my master's degree on the first semester, I was a student of Technical University of Ostrava. But in the second semester, I got opportunity to go to Estonia. But due to that, in the beginning, as I mentioned, I mean, I joined Infosys actually, and then I was doing parallelly, like, my full-time employee, and then, my full-time education. I couldn't able to go. So
Okay.
that was the best part. And also
So
is something,
Erasmus was one reason. Other
yes.
reasons? Cost
Yeah, the
factor
other
being in
reason,
India?
is something, the most and important thing is, like, the education system, that I can purely tell. Because why? It's something like, wherever you go, like, in the other continents, it's something like you clear 4 semester, and then you do the thesis, and then that's okay. But in the European studies, like, in the European structure, even if you do the thesis, you are actually not a master's degree student. You have to complete the state examination, where you will get the real-time exposure of what exactly happening in the entire colleges, universities. Like, they can ask you a question, the industrial standards, in the course structure, everything. You clear that part, and then you became actually the master's degree grad. So
Wonderful.
I mean, all these challenges make me to think, like, why we cannot take this risk, and then want to become actually a master's degree student from European standards actually. So that's why.
Wonderful. Then how did you find Europe Study Center? How did you get to know about us?
Uh, when I was actually applying, when I was researching a lot in Chennai regarding, like, where we can get the exposure of, applying abroad. So one day when I actually browsed something, and then I got this particular kind of, a contact from ESC, like, they are actually doing. Even I still remember that was one time I talked to one of the counselor regarding, can we apply for US, or can we apply for Canada? Actually, I I was diverted at that particular time, because I wasn't having any sort of, an experience, like, what education system we gonna get from the other countries. So counselors has given me a lot of guidance regarding the European standards, and then they suggested me, okay, so this is the best part that you can actually opt for, and then make myself to
Yeah,
move forward with the application.
Hari, like why we don't process. I could have easily opened a company, right? US
Yeah,
Study Center, Canada Study Center, UK Study Center, Australia Study Center. You know the reason why we don't promote all these things?
yeah.
Because I cannot ask a student to take 70 lakhs, 80 lakhs education loan, sell your ancestral property, or take huge education loan. I cannot do it.
Exactly, sir.
I cannot do it. You very well know you are not guiding the student properly. You are
Yeah,
giving
exactly, sir.
options for your benefit. I cannot do that. Of course, what I'm doing is really challenging. To send a student to Germany, Czech Republic, Hungary, France, many European countries. People used to ask me, sir,
Yeah.
are students actually going to these countries? I have never heard of. My neighbor or my uncles or my auntie's children all go to UK,
Exactly, sir.
Australia for 1 year degree, PG diploma. I said, like, madam, what other people promote in abroad education, I don't promote.
Yeah.
What I promote, others don't promote. The ideology is completely different. And our mantra is spend less, learn more. Imagine, Hari, you would have taken
Yeah.
70, 80 lakhs education loan. Even
Exactly,
after the
sir.
10th year, you will still be paying the education loan with the interest, right?
Indeed, sir. Indeed. Indeed.
Yes, from your
Correct.
prime time, 25 to 35 goes in repaying these education loans. I feel
Exactly,
it's
sir.
completely pointless and useless. When the government is ready to spend their money, okay, our duty is to go sit and study, right? It's as simple as that.
Exactly, sir.
So, any specific reason to select Czech Republic from the
Yeah, one
options
of
Europe Study Center gave you?
One is something like the education system. The another one, as you mentioned, actually, I mean, yeah, also like my financial background. I cannot actually afford approximately like 80 to 90 lakhs. So and go to
One
US and
thing,
then to do my
Hari,
master's degree.
Hari, even see, put aside the question whether you can
Yeah.
afford, not afford. The question here is whether it is required or not. You get my point.
Yeah.
Whether it is
Exactly, sir.
required or not. Tamilல they used to say, இது தேவையா தேவையில்லையா தேவையில்லாத பொருளுக்கு why we should look into the cost.
Exactly, sir.
Because nowadays people think, Hari, okay, what is the objective of calling successful students like you and doing these interviews? To create awareness, not to glorify Europe
Yeah.
Study Center, to create
Yeah.
awareness and to talk about the do's and don'ts. Because nowadays youngsters, not everybody, many of them, they are confused and they do the worst thing that they should never do. That is, they don't do
Yeah.
anything. They keep thinking and they keep postponing. That is why we do these, interviews. So before finalizing Czech Republic and starting up your process, have you visited any other agents or consultants, if you could faintly remember, or you met only ESC?
Um, no, I didn't remember anything. No, I haven't approached anywhere, but
Okay.
I researched a lot actually before taking a step to ESC. So I researched a lot on myself, like whether there are any other options why we can do on myself instead of going to ESC. But I really felt at that time, okay, because one of the best part is like statement of purpose, SOP documents, and then some of the other documents has to be
Several.
arranged actually. So counselors has advised a lot, like how we can write all those things in a clear format, and that's the main reason I think I
Also,
made the best step.
Hari also, Technical University of Ostrava, the university
Yeah.
which you study, they recruit from Europe Study Center only, to their
Yeah.
particular university, because they feel the students are clearly motivated. They know like what to do, what
Yeah.
not to do. And this is almost like 12, 13 years of association right now. Yeah, and in fact, they are actually here in Chennai today.
Oh, that's great, sir.
They are here actually. They are here. So then you landed in Czech Republic, Technical
Yeah.
University of Ostrava. So compared to studying back home in India and studying in Czech Republic TUO, how different it was, or what all changes you had to make in your learning pattern?
Yes, sir. Regarding the education system, as I mentioned, I mean there is a vast difference between the Indian standards and then the especially the European standards. So it's not something like we read today everything, all the books, and tomorrow it's something like we're gonna write and then we get the marks. No, that's never gonna happen actually. When on the first day itself we have been clearly advised, so you have to get each and every concepts whatever we are going to teach you in a like you have to get it, take your notes, it's up to you, we will forward you all the materials. It's like way as that simple that you have to grab everything whatever we teach, and you can go outsourcing, like get all the relevant sources, something like from the e-learning platforms, and then even they also have some sort of subscription with IEEE, everything I still remember actually. Then
Super.
after the college hours, I used to spend approximately a lot of time with all those things, and then get some notes, we sit together, all the six people, and then we arrange everything on our own, taking a notes, and then it was something like we share all the knowledges between us, and then we get actually what exactly we have to proceed with the questions and answers. So it was a nice thing actually.
Super. So it's kind of learn together and grow together.
Yes,
Amazing, right?
exactly.
This is also kind of a team building during studies itself. So you
Yeah.
know like how to work in a team during your professional life.
Yeah. Exactly, sir.
Hari, as you are also aware, TUO has supercomputing systems
Yeah.
plus amazing professors. So kindly talk to us about the supercomputing facility at Technical University of Ostrava,
Yeah.
then how good the professors were and how knowledgeable they were in guiding you through your successful degree?
Honestly speaking, regarding the professors, they are highly talented, first of all. So it's something like, how much we're gonna use them, we can grow. Um, so if you like, they used to sometime talk us like, in a very clear way, something like, you can disturb us in any time, even at the lunch. Get all your doubts like clear, and then even if you have any sort of suggestions, like, or something like, you can talk to us directly. They will help you with your journals. They will help you in your presentations. Even if you want to go out and do the presentations in industries, they will help you out. And regarding the supercomputers, I still remember, I was having one particular session with supercomputer assistants, and I still remember when we used to get actually something like, do yourself, and if you get some sort of an error, talk to us. So they are very flexible in something like, you can use all the equipments. You can get yourself familiar with all the equipments, whatever it's present, with the practical and theoretical knowledge on yourself. So they are very happy to clear all your doubts. So I think they are very straightforward when saying like, we are not rude, and we cannot able to assist you in any way. So they will never do that. The one thing is something like, even if you have to approach them, you have to show them that you have some potential. That's the only thing that they are quite expecting. But the otherwise is something like, they are very good in all the perspectives.
Super, super. Because however big the university is, however big the laboratory is, you don't have good professors, knowledgeable
Yes.
professors,
Yeah.
industry connected professors, okay? And professors who are ready to teach. Without these sort of people, we cannot run a university. Then, if without these sort of people, we run a university, it's just for the namesake. It's like having 98%, 97% marks without the knowledge. Operation success, patient no more. Unfortunately, the patient died. So one other aspect that I want to discuss with you was you told us you were working with Infosys and also studying.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, I studied in Europe. I don't think I can manage a full-time job and also study.
Okay.
So tell us, Hari, how did you do this? How did you pull this off?
Okay. So that was the one opportunity that happened to me. It's like, I still feel like, I'm proud of myself. That particular opportunity happened to me because for every student who actually land in different zone, one is the most important thing is like, you don't have to get sort of, a gap between your professional career. And also, regarding the financial perspective, it's something like, if I'm getting some sort of, a job which can secure me, so I can save myself, and also back to my family, they also don't need to afford a lot on my studies. So in the first semester itself, my main motive was to like, okay, have to concentrate on my study. And the second path is something like, I have to get something because back my family, I don't want to disturb them, telling them send some money, and then I need to pay rent, I need to manage myself. I don't want to disturb them, so I applied everywhere at that particular time. But every opportunity is something like, you are a student, you can do internship. So it's something like 2 to 3 days, and based upon the internship we can pay you, that's it. But I also got those particular opportunities, but sometimes I feel like I need something that I have to adapt, some sort of opportunity that can secure me for a long time. So there happens to me, like when the first semester completely finished, I didn't go back. So I applied a lot between the cities like Brno, Ostrava, and Prague. So I was keep applying. And then at one time, I got a call from Infosys saying, do the job for 3 months based upon your performance. We will see whether we can help you in the next phase of your semesters, and then we can extend your contract. So those 3 months was the internship for me. So I took that risk. I enjoyed actually Brno. So the second city, I was until at that time I was in Ostrava, but I got to know there is a second largest city called Brno. So I also got actually some sort of other city experience, and I stayed over there with one of the hostel, and then 3 months I worked there, and then based upon the performance, they told me a very clear statement: go to your hostel, work from over there for 2 years, so you don't need to come back. So do your I mean, my classes always used to be happen in the morning, but in the evening, I mean, I used to do a night shift with them. So it's something like, in the morning I have to study, and in the nighttime I have to work. And after in the morning that I have to go to the gym, and then, get some freshness, and then come back to the college, to do the stuff like, the studies. And also I did really manage those my professional career and the educational career both
And,
simultaneously.
and I guess today what you are, it
Yeah,
all is based on what you have done previously, the hard
exactly,
work,
sir.
the
Yeah,
patience, the efforts, and all those things. And plus,
exactly, sir.
even though Czech Republic is like, compared to other countries, plus or minus 3
Yeah,
lakhs free structure, and like
yeah,
say 20, 25, 30,000 living expenses, but still
yeah,
you did not want to disturb your parents. And
yeah, exactly, sir.
you took a work, and really amazing. And I guess by the time you would have finished your degree, I guess whatever you have paid as tuition fees and all those things you would have taken back, right? More or less, right?
Well, actually, like, before my final degree, I mean, before my final thesis, everything cleared up, and then
Done.
I
So
landed
you
up
are,
with a fresh job.
so yes, exactly. So Hari did not get a call from the bank manager where he took education loan to start paying, because no loans taken, all managed
Exactly, sir.
on his own. Amazing,
Yeah,
man. See, more than the money saved, okay, the confidence
yeah,
that it got you, the
exactly,
courage.
sir.
You are on your own leg. Whatever it is, I'll face the world. I have nothing to lose, and I'll go all out on it. And you won. That was amazing. And I
Yeah,
want you to talk about, as a successful person, okay,
yeah,
currently, I want you to talk about people looking at small term benefits, working in restaurants, doing part time jobs, not focusing on studies, missing out on these opportunities. Because we at Europe Study Center, we tell all the students, please focus on your
yeah.
studies, ignore all these chota mota things, look at bigger picture, you know, look at bigger avenues. Don't look or settle down for short term goals or benefits. So kindly talk about it, which will enlighten the students and parents.
So this is the best question, sir. Actually, I mean, thanks a lot for shooting this question. Um, I still remember. I mean, as I mentioned, I mean, we were six of them initially joined, and I was the only one who actually did this particular kind of transition between the this thing. But the rest, other 5 to 4 people, opt for restaurants jobs, and they did actually. I mean, doing some cleaning in the restaurants and all. So I strongly recommend, don't deviate yourself by doing actually all those kinds of things. I mean, we were not landed to the foreign countries just for actually cleaning the stuff. We are master's degree students, and we also have some sort of dignity. Rather, we can actually do some sort of research based sort of thing, and then publish it, get some paid. So you also adapt the knowledge, you also adapt actually some sort of a stipend. I mean, work together with your professors, publish your journals, and then
Connected with
do the
your studies.
presentations. Yes,
Yeah, connected
exactly,
with your
sir.
studies. But
Exactly,
Hari,
sir.
I would like to use this moment, more
Yeah,
than the students, the actual people to be blamed here is the abroad education agents and consultants. Okay, young minds,
exactly, sir.
wanting to plan their masters 2021,
Yeah,
trying to settle down or trying to do new things. And when somebody tells you, oh, you can go abroad and study, you can do part-time job, you can earn so much, it's so easy to study, you will get citizenship, PR. It's so easy to
Exactly,
fall
sir.
into the trap, right? That is what is
No,
happening.
that's absolutely correct, sir. Absolutely
Exactly. That
correct.
is what it is. See, beyond this, students purposefully doing it, that's a different story. But
Exactly.
I guess if the kids are given right information, that is the objective of this interview, right? Nothing to
Indeed,
glorify
sir.
about Europe Study Center. It's about facts and figures, the do's and don'ts from the successful students. That's
Thank you,
that's
sir.
how it is. And the point which you said, we go abroad to sit and study. Why get into all these
Yeah,
parameters?
exactly, sir. Exactly, sir.
No
And I
point.
still remember, I mean, getting a job in Infosys is not something like, I got, a nice perk in my pocket. And then, yeah, I did. Because Infosys also helped me in the final stage of my thesis. Like, it's also connected to my education. So when I talk to them, I mean, I need to get some sort of, an exposure with the industry standard. They clearly mentioned, I mean, we are over here to help you. Just ask us any sort of thing. We can give you a reference. You can use actually the facility that whatever we have. So I still remember I was using their remote network actually for around some time with my line manager approval. So they also helped me a lot, doing some stuff in my thesis. So it was a nice sort of thing. Like whatever you do, just remember everything. It's something like just for 2 years, and after 2 years is obviously that you will gonna make some money. You will go outside and work actually, like because those 2 years will never gonna come back. So whatever you
Exactly.
guys do, just be patient. Money will definitely gonna land. Money will definitely gonna help you, like growing further. But 2 years, just be focused, be enjoy. You can roam around everywhere, live with the culture wherever you are. So it's like a glorious time that you will gonna never get it actually.
Yes, Hari, because you said professors were supporting you, Infosys
Yeah,
supported you. Why they are supporting you? Because you were prompt, you were sincere,
yeah,
you were dedicated, and you are getting them the results. Then who will
yeah.
not support you, brother? Everybody will come
Exactly,
forward
sir.
to lend you a hand to lift you up.
Yeah,
You understand? No
yeah,
pain, no gain. So
yeah, exactly.
after you finished your studies,
Yeah.
so you immediately continued with Infosys, or it was a completely different job after your
No, sir.
masters?
Once I completed actually my, the 2 years of career, I don't want to sit again, in the same, in the hostel and do the remote based job actually. So once I completed, I was like, clearly focused, like, I have to move out from the hostel and I have to go and explore a new city. So that's why, like, from Ostrava, I moved to Prague completely. And then I find my first master's, my first job after my master's degree happened in Prague. So then I actually joined in Bush, a company name, where I clearly landed with the IT stuff. So I was actually a full stack developer, doing some programming and then managing, the juniors and all. So it was a nice experience at that particular stage, being with them as a 5 years or 6 years, and then I moved to Netherlands now.
Wonderful. We'll come to those professional life. That is what we are going to
Uh,
discuss after
sure,
this
sir.
question. Just for you to enlighten, Hari, in our
Yeah,
city, Chennai, any
yeah.
guess how much does a student pay for a 1 year bachelor degree fees structure for engineering in data science course? 1 year fee structure? Maximum.
Uh,
Any guess?
before 10 years, it's a different story, sir. But now,
Now, right now, right now.
yeah, no.
Wild guess. Wild guess.
Maybe some 4 to 5 lakhs, maybe.
Yeah. Close to 7 lakhs is the
Okay,
per year fee structure. And
okay.
people, they assume several things, thinking that, okay, they are charging so much and they are going to get so much. But I feel how much ever big the buildings are, whatever the syllabus is, without industry connected professors and experienced professors, you cannot give high
No, sir.
quality education. It's of no point. Yeah. So then, about your professional life. So how long you were in Prague before you moved to Netherlands?
So it's been around 6 years. I was in Prague. So
6 years.
from 6 years. A long
So
years actually.
kind of you got your permanent residency from Czech Republic, or how it is?
I was about to, but then I just I mean, at the stage of 5th year, I got married. Then once I got married, and then we decided we were thinking about roaming around some other places as
Moving
well.
to other countries. Moving to other countries.
Well, moving to other countries, and also I was feeling being stick to one particular European country will not give you a nice exposure. Just go outside and then adapt some other sort of an opportunity. Exactly. So I just thought, okay. But at that time, I was not actively seeking to other opportunities outside actually Prague, but something happened to me, and then from the LinkedIn, I got some a job offer from Netherlands saying, okay, so your experiences highlights us a lot, so we will sponsor you, and then everything. There were stages that I have to clear. It's around 5 to 6 rounds that I have to clear, and then everything got success, and then we moved here in the Netherlands.
So now set in Netherlands currently.
Yeah. So right now
with your entire family, wife, kids, everybody.
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Very, very happy. See, it's so easy to sit and promote all these UK 1-year PG diploma in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and all those things. But what are all the processes involved to send a student to Czech Republic? It's quite long. But what is the end result? What does the student get?
Yeah.
We need to look into this end result first before even getting into all those things. So that's why
Indeed, sir.
in my 16 years, this is my 16th year in this particular industry. So I only stick to European Schengen countries and top public universities. That's how it
Great,
is.
sir.
So,
great, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So, since you are in this software or IT domain, many people are taking this particular domain nowadays. Many students. So, I would like you to talk about maybe what all technology students should focus on, some upcoming tech that they should read about. Some insights about the future, what the kids
regarding the tech, obviously, sir, now this is a digital era, and then everyone are very focused on machine learning, data sciences, all those things. So definitely this will definitely be a boost for the students who are actively seeking in IT fields, and they want to grow themselves. Definitely right now, because these kinds of courses are really booming a lot, and then they will give them a lot of exposure actually, and they can even make a transition between various sort of other development, and then various other job market, something like they can even go to robotics if they are very familiar with the machine learning. They can even go with the robotics, and then make some programming, and then there are lots of things happening. So definitely I can advise actually, if someone is actively looking out in IT organizations, just proceed with the data sciences and then machine learning. So it's a great opportunity.
Great opportunities. Wonderful. So I would also like you to say, if a student, planning to do his master's in Europe, okay? So what all he should expect, and with what mindset he should come to Europe. So please talk about that. Especially you being a successful student, when you talk about it, it adds all the more value and meaning.
Okay. First of all, don't expect anything happen to you in a single phase. And one and foremost important thing, don't waste any of the opportunities which arrives to you. So first of all, it's something like, I still remember there was a time when I was actually doing my master's thesis. And then before there was actually an opportunity that I have to make a presentation and something that can give me an idea that I have to apply in my master's thesis. So I didn't waste my opportunity at that time. Though it was not giving me like 100% sort of results, but I still applied because there is one particular thing. If I can apply it, my master's thesis will be super easy for me. So like something like, even it can give you a 5 to 10% of results. So don't waste that particular time. Just go for it. Get some knowledge so you can apply that knowledge wherever you want to. So this is the second step. The third step is something, be focused on at that particular time. Something like, even if you are not getting a job in your same field, don't get afraid. There are lots and lots of opportunities available that you can apply the same knowledge in the different field as well. For example, as I mentioned to you, I'm not. I didn't get a job on the same field. I mean, what I studied actually, because there are lots and lots of opportunities and lots of tracks, dependencies are there, where some students cannot be able to place in the same particular area. Though I have studied actually information and communication security, I cannot able to get a job in the same, the security oriented job in the Prague, in the Ostrava, because there are some, a lot of ethical things that we have to, cyber laws, ethical things that we have to adapt ourselves, and then I have to apply. So that's why I just broaden myself, that I have to get some opportunity and then apply the same knowledge whatever I have gained in the opportunity. So I landed in IT organization, though I was doing actually a development in some full stack, and then now in machine learning. I'm still applying the same sort of concept of security, because I am a security student. Sometimes I used to give opinions to my line manager. The security wise, we can actually make some transitions on these web apps, mobile apps, so we can actually do these things. And I'm still getting some sort of appreciations for all those things actually. So don't worry, in any of the ways you will definitely get some appreciations for all your knowledge. So don't worry about that.
As they say,
Yeah.
Hari, whatever you have worked hard, whatever you have studied, whatever you have done, will always help you in one form or the other.
Exactly, sir.
So your career is a classic example. And one thing that I understood with the a reply that you gave for my last question, how the youngsters need to be prepared. Be focused, be committed, be ready to work hard. Then come to Europe, basically. And
yes,
all the doors towards greater opportunities are going to open. The same thing I also tell to my students. If somebody asks me, like, sir, I will start the process, sir, but is the job guaranteed? Then I ask him, you are not a bachelor student, meaning planning to go for bachelors in Europe. No, you're not a kid. You are a graduate. You have finished your bachelor's and you are asking me, your jobs are guaranteed. And if I even tell you yes, are you going to even believe this? So you should not ask me these questions. Rather, you can ask me how to get a job. Then I will share these sort of interviews and our inputs basically. So as you rightly said, don't have big expectations. Stay focused, complete the degree on time. That is very important. And be confident and keep working hard. You will find all the results. So
definitely.
In continuation with your professional activities. So currently, which company you're working and what is your designation?
Yeah, I'm in Epicus. It's an because I moved from my last job to the other job, because like they promoted me to the other company now. So I'm senior data consultant, and also doing actually a senior full stack sort of development. I'm handling machine learning team now, so completely focused on cloud and um, and also doing other sort of things, something like developing web apps, and then doing data visualization, because we are a consultancy based company, and then we get some projects, we have to finalize it. So in the Netherlands they have a tie-up with multinational companies everywhere, even with Capgemini, even with a lot of another companies. So we will get some assignments with them, and then we have to complete it. So yeah, handling those teams actually.
So how is the work-life balance?
Work life. If I say Prague, was super stressful actually, honestly speaking, because in Prague, um, um, all the companies are basically based upon I can say product-based companies, because in the product-based companies you have to be expect to work for 8 hours without having any sort of break. But right now it's like a remote sort of job, so it's all fine now. But when I used to work at the year of 2018, 2017, and 2019 as well, so at that time I have to be expect to be work for 8 hours, just having 30 minutes of a break. So I can feel between the Prague and the Netherlands is something like, Prague was super stressful, but Netherlands is like, quite easy and then quite flexible, honestly.
Yeah. Plus, you have a 1-year-old baby, so you'll have some time to spend
Yeah,
with the baby.
exactly, sir.
Super, super, super. So then, don't you think, you are able to adapt new roles? You are doing multiple projects, multiple assignments,
Yeah.
and all these aspects. Don't you attribute to all the learnings that you had
Yeah.
at Technical University of Ostrava forms the base for all your launch pads and your growth?
I can say like, I can say 50 percentage. Yeah, definitely. I can say 50 percentage, but the other 50 percentage is something how you gonna get actually the
Yeah,
exposure from the other fields. Because
self-learning
if
and
you
our
are if you are not a self-learned student, and if you are actually looking from the other people, like just after that actually all those things, and then okay, just go with the flow, and then it will happen. Yeah, it will not gonna happen actually. So yeah, definitely the platform which has been created to you, so that's give you 50 percentage, but the other 50 percentage is something how you are actually making yourself more enthusiastic. So
exactly.
that's yeah.
So in this video, you have been very crystal clear in a very easier way for our younger generation to understand the
Thanks.
do's and don'ts, and ignore all the negativity, or don't look around like what your friends are doing. Your path is different, right?
Yeah,
All
exactly,
the
sir.
5 fingers are not same. You have to be
Yeah,
unique and be very responsible, and most importantly, be very judicial in spending. Spend less, learn more, and wherever opportunities you get, as you rightly
exactly, sir.
highlight that when you said any opportunities, make use of it. World is full of
Exactly,
competition, but
exactly, sir.
beyond a point, you get isolated from this competition because you are very unique. Wonderful, man. I learned a lot of things during this interview.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a
Excellent.
lot. But thanks a lot, actually. I mean, it's all happened only from ESE, and yeah,
Bro, come on.
I
We just a starting point. You came to our office. We told you please study in Czech Republic. You liked it. I would say not even 0.00001%. So I'm happy. You are giving me this compliment. I will take it. That's not a problem,
thank you,
and
sir.
I'm very happy. I'm happy. See, end of the day, this is 16th year for me. So
Yeah.
this is the feedbacks that I keep listening from those students who complete a degree on time. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So they are successful, they are happy. And when you said you're married, you have a kid, we get a value of like, what are we doing Monday to Saturday? What is that we sit
Yeah.
and do? Then I understand, we sit and build careers and successful
Exactly.
students. And we create a platform for these kids, because who will know Czech Republic as a study destination, brother? Nobody.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Nobody.
This is
Nobody.
the best question. This is the best statement actually that you have shoot it out, because at the first phase when I did all my master's degree, and then my first intern, everywhere people used to ask me, why did you choose?
Man, amazing, man. No, it is
Thank you, sir.
really, great talking to you, and getting up all these informations from you, and how well you're progressing in your life, and people watching
Thank you,
this
sir.
interview. School students are watching this interview. 6th
Thank you,
standard,
sir.
7th standard students are watching this interview. So, these kids will plan at their UG level itself, or at least they will be very clear on one particular point. There are ocean full of opportunities. If I have the potential, I can grab it with both of my hands.
Got it.
So, any last points you wish to say before we sum up this beautiful interview, Hari?
Just the only thing is something like, if you are in a full mindset of, to grow yourself hard, and then make yourself a very successful person, just give it as a try, not like, not completely. I'm saying, like, your trial should not be something like, 90 percentage, but just give it as 100 percentage on one and only something like, even if you have some sort of doubt in your career, or this will not gonna work out or something like this. So get some suggestions from all these people, like, ESE, and make those opportunities happen to you guys. So definitely, it's a great opportunity. Now it's a digital era. Everyone are going in a various directions, something like, data sciences and everything. Now courses are booming a lot. IT organizations, everything is booming a lot. So don't worry, everywhere there is an opportunity. So get all those ideas, get all those things, and then make yourself adapt with all those technologies, and try to explore the other education system, not only the Indian system. So yeah, definitely it will give you a lot of benefits if you can adapt all those things.
Wonderful. Very, very beautifully summarized, man. It just shows your wealth of experience and all your travel, plus your, real time scenarios that you have shared in this interview. Thank you so much. So, I can understand wife and kid, and still you spent almost more than 1 hour with us doing this interview. Thank you so much. And all the students and parents watching this interview, they are really going to thank you, Hari. Because before the pre-talk, as I told you, Hari, this is not to glorify about Europe Study Center. About Europe Study Center, we would have spoken 30-40 seconds in this 1 hour. Nothing about Europe Study Center. It's all about Hari, his journey, and how he became successful, what he did. So thank you so much, and wish you all the best, and convey our regards to your family members. And whenever there is an opportunity, we will surely catch up. Okay? Thank you.
For sure,
Thank
sir.
you, Hari.
Definitely.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.